Before we begin, we would like to ask you, have you ever experienced or witnessed this?
How you doing today? Smile. That's not good.
Smile.
What's up, beautiful? Have a good day. Hey, what's up, girl? How you doing? Somebody's acknowledging you for being beautiful. She's an angry girl.
Oh, bless you. Hey.
Hey, baby. Hey, beautiful. How are you this morning?
Have a nice evening.
Nice. Damn. Damn.
Beautiful. God bless. Sexy American Eagle.
Hello, good morning. God bless you. Have a good day, alright?
Doing good?
Hey, look at that. $5,000. You want to talk? Huh? We can't be friends or nothing. You don't speak? If I give you my number, you can talk to me? No? Too ugly for you?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Nice evening, dog.
To a maze organization, sexual harassment is making sexual jokes, comments or gestures to about someone, spreading sexual humors in persons, by text or online, writing sexual messages about people or bathroom stalls or in other public places, showing someone inappropriate sexual pictures or videos, touching, grabbing, or pinching someone in a deliberately sexual way, asking someone to send you naked pictures of his or herself, pulling at someone's clothing, or brushing up against someone in a purposefully sexual way.
In Section 3 Republic Act 7877, or the Anti-Sexual Harassment Act of 1995, sexual harassment is occurred in a work-related or in employment environment when a person demands, requests, or requires sexual favors from another person in exchange for another thing, such as hiring for employment, re-employment, or continued employment, granting favorable compensation, terms and conditions, promotions, or privileges. Refusal to accept sexual favors would mean discrimination or deprivation of employment opportunities. It is also sexual harassment if the sexual favors would result to abuse of rights under the labor law, an environment that is intimidating, hostile, or offensive for the victim. This may be committed by the employer, employee, manager, supervisor, agent of the employer, any other person who, having authority, influence, or moral ascendancy over another in a work environment, demands, requests, or otherwise requires any sexual favor from the other.
Sexual harassment is occurred in an education or training environment when a person demands, requests, or requires sexual favors from a student in exchange for giving a passing grade or the granting of honors and scholarships, or the payment of a stipend, allowance, or other benefits, privileges, and considerations. Just the same, if the sexual favors would result to an intimidating, hostile, or offensive environment for the student, trainee, or apprentice, they are also considered sexual harassment. This may be committed by a teacher, instructor, professor, coach, trainer, or any other person who, having authority, influence, or moral ascendancy over another, demands, requests, or otherwise requires any sexual favor from the other.
The Anti-Violence Against Women and Their Children Act, also known as Republic Act 9262, also considers sexual harassment as a form of violence against women. Section 3 of the law says that sexual violence refers to rape, sexual harassment, and acts of lasciviousness, treating a woman or her child as a sex object, making demeaning and sexually suggestive remarks. Anyone can be a victim of sexual harassment, but based from a 2016 study conducted by the Social Weather Station, they found that women are most vulnerable to sexual harassment.
Sexual harassment can be punished under Republic Act 7877 or the Anti-Sexual Harassment Act of 1995 and the provisions of the revised Penal Code on Acts of Lasciviousness. RA 7877 penalizes sexual harassment with imprisonment of 1 to 6 months, a fine of 10,000 to 20,000 or both. Acts of lasciviousness, on the other hand, would mean imprisonment under the revised Penal Code.
According to Amaze.org, if you are being harassed, do not blame yourself. The idea that someone was asking for it because of something they did, said, or was wearing is false and unacceptable. It often can be helpful to start by telling the person doing the harassing to stop. Let him or her know that this behavior is not okay with you. If that doesn't stop the harassment, do not just ignore the behavior. Usually, ignoring it won't make it stop. Instead, tell a trusted adult about it. Telling someone sooner leads to faster results. You should keep a record of the events that had happened. That way, you'll have them if your school or family has to take legal actions. Remember, no one has the right to sexually harass or bully anyone else, no matter what.